Hello, so this is a little follow-on video from the video I done the other day about the root cause of derealization being stress. I wanted to make another quick little video just to explain the types of emotional stress you can go through, because there is another video coming about physical stress and oxidative stress in the body, but this one is just about emotional stress, just to what you can look out for and consider when you're trying to find your root cause. So the causes of stress can be from work and could be relationships, finances, illness, living situations. Generally you know what kind of stress you're facing, because when you're faced with that stress you get more severe symptoms of anxiety and depersonalization. It can also come from the media and the news, especially at the minute with the pandemic and things, depending on what your stance is with that. And it can just be overload of everything in a combination, and self-neglect as well. The symptoms obviously come with anxiety, depersonalization, self-neglect, like not caring about your well-being and prioritising other things. You know, if you've got a stressful job and you work a lot of hours, not looking after yourself. Physically as well, you can have a lot of symptoms like what you would expect with anxiety. And you can also develop addictions as well, like substance misuse and alcohol addictions. On the body as well, stress can obviously cause the derealization, but generally it's to do with the adrenals as well. An overproduction of cortisol, which is what I have as well, or had, which I've since treated with like adaptogens and things. But an overproduction of cortisol is a key indicator of high levels of stress. You may want to get your cortisol levels checked with a salivary cortisol test. Change can bring off a lot of stress as well. I think treatment for stress, obviously the reduction of where the stress is coming from, lifestyle changes and self-care and therapy as well. But basically just tackling that root cause of stress, finding out what it is and trying to reduce that as much as possible, but also balancing that out with your own self-care and not neglecting your health at the same time. But the stress is obviously the main cause of the anxiety and the derealization, but things that you can change in your life and aspects that affect you can also cause a lot of physical symptoms. So it's sometimes hard to distinguish which is first, because you may be worrying about the physical symptoms, which is bringing a lot of stress, but it's best to always reduce every little thing that you possibly can that might be causing stress, and then you can kind of target what the real root cause is as well. So if you know what your source of stress is, then just remember that it's really important to reduce that and just balance out your own, lifestyle, especially if it's working too many hours or, childcare. Just make sure you get the right level of self-care in there as well to reduce your symptoms and eventually heal yourself from the derealization. So I hope this video helps, and if you've got any questions, just leave them down below. Thank you.